Welcome back to Spine and Sports Therapy, your resource for all things injury prevention, sports medicine, sports biomechanics, functional therapy. It's our goal here to provide you with high quality exercises, techniques, stretches, foam rolling exercises to help give you tools to be able to keep yourself healthy, free of injury during training and even through life. So really excited about today. We're going to go over a couple foam rolling exercises for the quadriceps muscles. The quadriceps muscles are the big, thick front thigh muscles. These are really important to stay loose, to stay mobile. They really commonly can be a component to knee pain, to hip pain. If they're really, really tight, they can even cause tightness down through the shin and into the foot. This muscle is really commonly tight and adhesed in people because of our seated position. When we're in a seated position for a prolonged amount of time, our quad muscle is one of the muscles that tends to get pretty tightened up and adhesed, stuck together. When that happens, foam rolling, muscle rolling with maybe a handheld stick become really important tools to help keep it mobile. So my goal today is to show you two easy techniques for foam rolling through the quad muscles. Your goal is to try them out and experiment with them and see what works best for you, and also see how your knees feel afterwards. If anyone has tension or tightness in their knees, try this out, and you'll be pretty surprised when you feel the difference afterwards. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Our main tool that we're using today is the foam roller. So I'm going to place this next to me. So the first one is going to be an easier version. If you've never foam rolled before, if you have issues with thighs and knees, then you need to start with this one. This is the more gentler version. So start with this one first, and if this isn't enough, if you're an experienced foam roller, then you can go ahead and check out the second one, and that one may be better for you. Again, like I said, the goal is for you to experiment and see what's best for you. So this first one, we're going to start with both of our thighs on the foam roller. We're going to place our thighs right above our kneecap on the foam roller. So I'm going to go into a plank type position, placing that foam roller right above my kneecaps. And from there, I'm going to simply roll back and forth using my forearms and my shoulder blades to push myself back and forth. So this is the first technique. You just start off by rolling through these quad muscles. Another thing you can do is rotate your hips a little bit. That gets the inside of one thigh muscle and the outside of another thigh muscle. Again, rotate the other way, and that gets the inside of one muscle and the outside of another muscle. Just in general, with muscle rolling, the goal is to get a medium pressure. You don't want the pressure to be too light that you're just rolling on the top of your skin. You also don't want the pressure to be too deep that you can hardly bear it. It should be what I call a medium pressure. So you're feeling there's some definite movement and pressure moving through your muscle tissue, but at the same time it should be what most people feel as like a good hurt. It's certainly uncomfortable, but it feels good because their body is craving this type of release through this muscle tissue. So whenever you're foam rolling, those are the things you look for. Well, that's the first technique. That's using both thighs with legs straight, getting the rolling there. Here's the second technique. This is for those of you who are a little bit more advanced. Maybe you're experienced with foam rolling, exercising, working out in general. You're a higher level type of athlete. That first technique might not be enough for you. Anytime you're rolling, if you add a stretch to the muscle and then roll it, you get a significantly more of a release, a roll through that muscle tissue. So I'm going to demonstrate that. So the second one, we're going to do one thigh at a time, and we're going to put a stretch in the muscle as we roll it. So it's going to look like this. So I'm going to put my right thigh onto a stretch, and I'm going to roll through that muscle. I'm going to demonstrate my left side here as well so you can see better. Still placing the foam roller right above my kneecap, bringing the leg into a stretch position, and then rolling. So that version certainly gets much deeper into the muscle tissue and really releases it quite a bit more. Like I mentioned, anytime you put a stretch on the muscle and then roll it, you get a much deeper effect. That's the second one. I personally use that one. It's a little bit more effective for me. My quad muscles tend to get tight, so doing that particular foam rolling exercise is really important for me. Like I said, my goal today was to show you both of those, and your goal is to experiment with both of them and see which one is better for you. I would err on the side of caution and start with the first one if you've never done some of these foam rolling exercises before. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning on. Please leave a comment if you have a comment. If there's different ways that you've done it, we'd love to hear from you. These different ones that I show just are the ones that I've found work best for myself, for my patients and clients. But they're not the only ones out there. There are definitely more than 2 ways to do these different exercises. So love to hear feedback as well. Thanks so much for tuning on, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.